So Embark have finally dropped an update to Arc Raiders, and in this video I'll be reacting to the update and highlighting the key changes you need to know about. We also have the long-awaited Abyss Cosmetic Set, which was teased in previous Arc Raiders trailers, and it's finally here. There's also a free cosmetic reward on its way for players who logged in since launch, as well as an update to the Cold Snap event. But before we jump into the details, welcome to the channel if you're new around here. My name is Dan and I create Arc Raiders content ranging from trials and loot guides to patch notes such as this one and more. If this sounds like something you need, then please consider subscribing to the channel for all future content, and remember to smash that like button if you enjoy the video. So let's talk about the patch then. I'll put on screen the key points that we need to review here, and of course it's fairly small but very important. So we have 4 key bullet points in the patch notes, and the first then being the kettle. The developer note here is that they've reduced the fire rate from 600 to 450, resulting in a nerf, and this meant that really the previous fire rate was only realistically reachable by players using macros, which creates an unfair dynamic that favours using third-party software. I think all of us as a community can agree that there should be never any reason to use third-party software in any game, especially when you have a competitive element or PvP within a game, such as this. The only homage I'll pay is to those players who will now be affected that could actually reach the heights of 10 plus CPS or clicks per second using the kettle just by using their own bodies or their hands, right? I think shout out to those guys that actually managed to leverage the previous fire rate. But if we're talking about 99.9% of the player base not being able to achieve that, I think it's only right that they reduce this to 450 and we balance out the gun usage properly. The second point then is around the trigger nade, and I think we can all agree that it currently does dominate the PvP encounters as suggested by Embark here, and really players are favouring to pick it over all other grenades. What's interesting here is they're still trying to keep the usefulness as a sticky bomb as opposed to completely nerfing its use cases entirely, and the main reason they're doing this is to stop it being usable as a trigger in air grenade. So they're increasing the delay in terms of the detonation timing from 0.7 to 1.5 seconds, and their aim here is to give players more time to react, making it harder to time the detonation in the air, and again giving it its usefulness and its place as a sticky bomb as opposed to this engagement tool or in-air activated grenade. So I think positive changes all around here. They've also got 2 other issues here. So fix the keycard exploit that allowing players to keep room keys after using them. This is very similar to a duplication bug in a sense, right? That they're trying, that these players have looted a locked area or a locked room, obtaining a bunch of loot and gaining some kind of economic advantage, and then rinse and repeating if they're able to duplicate that key card. So absolutely happy with this change. As for the lighting being lowering in some areas of Stellar Montis Night Raid, I'm not so sure about what areas they were thinking were too bright. I mean, I certainly thought that Stellar was on a Night Raid specifically was okay, but I do find it interesting that they're trying to give the in-game dynamics of flashlights and listening, as we know how important sound design is within this game, much more relevant. But let me know your thoughts below about this particular patch. Is there anything that you would have liked to have seen more of, less of? It's a fairly small patch as mentioned, but again, sound off in the comments below. Super interested to hear what you think. Now let's jump into the Abyss Cosmetic. So it's finally here and it's available in the store as shown on screen here. Now personally, I think this is one of my favourite, if not one of the best that they've released so far in terms of cosmetic store purchasables. I don't exactly know why. Maybe it's the helmet design that's pulling me to purchase this one. Maybe it's even the Kraken face tattoo here as well. I think that this is a very, very well-designed skin, and of course maybe it's mainly down to the fact that the teasers were there in terms of video footages first. So I knew that this skin was coming. Now it's here. Maybe it was just an anticipation, but you can see the 3 color variations as shown. We've got the green and white, black and yellow version, and blue and yellow. I'm certainly going to be picking this up. Let me know if you are in the comments below. Next then we have the free cosmetic announcement. You just simply have to log in, check your inbox message, and you'll see this message on screen now. Once you hit the claim button, the cosmetic will be available for you to select and choose. So I'm going to showcase that in-game as well here. In the customization section under Raider tool here, we have the Gilded Pickaxe. So again, another free cosmetic. We can never argue with that. So thank you very much for that, Embark, and keep up the great work. Next section then is about the Cold Snap. So before we do close the video, it's just one last point about the Cold Snap event coming to an end, as per this post on screen from Embark Ossen. She cites, the snow begins to thaw. Tomorrow, Speranza gets a little warmer as the cold snap event comes to an end. This is your last call to complete the Flickering Flames project and earn the high-tech hiker outfit and Space Wrench Raider tool. If you've not yet claimed your free 1000 Raider tokens gift from your inbox, remember to loot them quickly before they expire tomorrow. So that's a quick call to action to you guys. Make sure you log in, get those 3,000 tokens as they're there to take, right? So take advantage of it. This must mean, though, overall we must have more rotations of other major map conditions coming back into the event timer pool. I don't know the exact information of this, but I would anticipate something like electromagnetic storm maybe coming in to take over a lot of the previous timings for cold snap. But again, let me know in the comments below what you thought about the cold snap condition and the Flickering Flames project event overall, and what it is that you're looking forward to most in the future of Arc Raiders. Finally then, if you haven't checked out my latest video yet, then please do, and it can be found here in the top right. There is actually a competition I'm running on this one to win a Wolfpack blueprint over there, so check that out and I'll be revealing a winner in my next major video upload. Thanks again for watching though, and please remember to like the video if you enjoyed the content, subscribe for more Arc Raiders content in the future, and I'll hope to see you in the next one.